one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Give me a so moved.
So moved.
Second. On the motion, approve the minutes.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, I show no communications. I show no presentations. We can go right on into business. I think we've got old business there. 2010.
Councilmember Robinson. An ordinance prohibiting signs in the public right-of-way, amending and repealing certain provisions of the North Little Rock Code, declaring an emergency. Second reading.
Move to place it on its third reading.
How about to suspend the rules?
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's move to suspend the rules, the readings.
All right, how about a second on that? Second. We got a motion to suspend all readings on the motion.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
Okay, I've got, let's hold on just a minute. I've got two people that want to speak on this. Patrick Stair.
Thank you. I am Patrick Stair. I live at 411 West 5th Street here in downtown North Little Rock. I like certain aspects of O 2010. There are a lot of signs that are cluttering up the place. How many signs, selling books and offering to buy houses? Do we need to see political signs that are left over for months after an election? But I fear that it might be going a little far, and we're throwing out some of the city baby with the bathwater. I can give 3 examples, which I did in an email to Ms. Robinson. And I'll just give 3 quick examples of things that worry me about this ordinance. For instance, yard sales, particularly neighborhood yard sales. Down here in Argenta, we have the annual Spring Gems and Junk Argenta yard sale. It fosters neighborhood cohesiveness. It brings people in from all over the metropolitan area. And it's really a nice thing to do with the neighborhood. We all get together. We have yard sales all over the neighborhood, at least annually. This would go away. It'd be kind of a shame to think of all of my outstanding neighbors becoming scofflaws because we put up yard sale signs on city right-of-way, since I can't even put it between the sidewalk and the street, if I'm reading it correctly. It makes it very difficult for us to advertise this neighborhood get-together, which I think is very nice thing to do with the neighborhoods. Another example are missing pets. Your pet's missing, the first thing you do is you want to put up signs up indicating that it's gone, maybe pictures, how to contact you. And telephone poles are the best place to put those a lot of times. I know that if I was missing a pet, I might not be too concerned about whether it was legal or not for me to put a sign up, and so then I would get a citation in addition to missing a pet. A third example that just came to mind when I was thinking about it are signs advertising folks who help with the public flower beds. Just a block up are the signs from the Pulaski County Master Gardeners, who have for years helped make these beds at the corner of 4th and Main look nice. And so we have signs thanking them for it, and it shows who did it. Those signs would, I believe, become illegal because they're not an official city group. If we sat down and thought about it, there'd be a lot more examples that we could come up with. Those were just 3 examples. Many signs, I think, help with neighborhood cohesiveness and bringing people together in the city. They make living in the city nicer and more pleasant. I agree that the city has gotten cluttered up with a lot of commercial signs that I'd be more than happy to see them go. I hope that some sort of compromise or modifications could be made that would allow some of the nicer and more useful signs continue. Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick. James Ard.
several things come to mind. Who's going to enforce it? Code don't have time. Police don't have time. It's a great ordinance. It needs more meat. For example, last election, there was a person running for office. It drove another person crazy because this person put the sign right in the middle of she's grinning at me, right in the middle of someone's property. So you didn't know this person had it out or that person. And they don't pick them up afterwards. I'd like to see it where the people that are running for office have to get a little piece of paper signed with permission to put it in their yards. And some of the stuff the other gentleman said is very true. So who's going to enforce it?
Thank you, Jimmy. Let's go into other public comments on legislation, and the other one is Joe Reynolds on O-2025. You want to speak on that, Joe?
Yes, I do. I'm Joe Reynolds, and I live at 4122 Aspen Drive, and the issue we're speaking on here is a rezoning. It is Ward 3, it is my ward, I've lived out there for 40 years, and we're proposing to change from a C3 to an R2. I'm here representing Meadowlane Acres Property Owners Association. I speak for them, we've talked about it. We would rather and respectfully request that this be done as an R1, not an R2. It's my understanding, I'm not into planning or whatever, I'm into retirement, but I understand an R2, you could probably come back and do a special usage in it, and we've got too many special usages out there already, and we're trying to keep up with what's going on out there, and we'd respectfully request that you would take that to an R1 instead of an R2. I don't have a feud with anybody out there. I have not met these people. I do not know them personally, but I do know that we'd rather it be an R1. I think we could be better. It was my understanding, I was told by my alderman that they wanted to build a 2-car garage or whatever. That's all well and good. Everybody should have a garage for their car, but they don't want the garage to be turned into an R2 and a special usage later on down the road. So that's where we are on that. I've talked to both aldermen about it. I've talked to Miss White about it. I've talked to Debbie Ross about it, and I've talked to Charlie Hyde about it. I've talked to several people about it and voiced my opinion. And I would appreciate your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, on O-2010, we've suspended the rules. So how about a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
Second. Any discussion? Ms. White?
I have to echo some of the things Mr. Ard just said. The enforceability of this, is this realistic that we can enforce what we're setting forth as our ordinance? I know it's a lot.
Are you asking me?
I guess I'm asking anybody
Well, my
who
answer
can
is,
answer.
when I made a comment earlier that I wanted it to be fair and enforceable, and this is, I think, is about as close as we're going to get to where we can handle it. Now, it's not going to be 100%. I don't know that we're going to take any garage sale signs down on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. We might very well take them down on Mondays, so we'll try to let everybody know, if you want your sign, you better go get it. All the political signs, of course, will be strictly enforced. Some of these feather signs, we're looking at those. I don't see us taking down a lost dog sign either, So I think, just by how I control the enforcement on that, Patrick will make most of your stuff go away. We'll see. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, we'll change it or we'll undo it. That's the great thing about us, is that we'll try it. If we don't like it, we can change it.
Right. I agree.
Yes, sir.
So help me out here now. By the letter of the law, right? City has right of way in several residences. Is that not a correct statement as it relates to from center line back to the property?
Yeah, most residents, the front part of their yard is right away.
So by the letter of the law as it's written, I mean, could I actually misplace a sign in my yard?
Yes, you could. If there's a sidewalk there, you need to be on the inside of the sidewalk. If there's not a sidewalk there, then you probably need to be back about 5 or 10 feet. So,
That's just a little tidbit of, issue that I have with it. I mean, I agree that there is a proliferation of signs and people just willy-nilly, if you will. That's a technical term, by the way.
Yes, I
That
saw
we
that.
use in the military
you
quite
got
frequently.
that? You got that, Amy? Willy-nilly?
Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Baxter. I'm going
Yeah.
to use that one.
Yes, so that's really the only, again, I understand that there is a need to rid the area of some of those signs. It's just, I caution as to whether or not we have, and I guess the mayor's right, we can have this on the books for a while and we can always come back and adjust. Maybe we're eating the elephant, whole here, but we can always, come back and address that.
Yeah, I think most of this, I would say 75% of this is going to be political signs. And the highway department's serious about it, but what some politicians will do is they'll go put their signs up without permission, put them in people's yards, in right-of-ways, they'll put them on medians, like out at Glenview in this past election, right there where they have that big entry that says, "Welcome to the Glenview neighborhood." I bet there was 20 of them there. They didn't have permission to do that that's public right of way. So, and it makes it look junky. So I'm going to be willing to bet 75% of these feather signs that commercial locations are putting up, I'm going to bet that we will talk to them before we take them down. We'll go, "Hey, look, you can't have that sign there," and let them take them down themselves. So it's going to be a learning process, but we'll be all right. Let's see if it works. On the motion.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes,
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
On the emergency, White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
All right, on the consent agenda, anybody want to pull any of those out? Ms. White?
Yes, our 2039, and we have an amendment to that as well.
You have an amendment for that? Is that what you said? Okay. All right, we're going to pull R 2039. How about a motion to accept all others?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Let's pull R 2039.
A resolution authorizing acquisition of rights of way for the Levy Jump Start program, appropriating funds.
How about a motion, get it on the table?
So moved.
How about a second? All right, state your,
The amendment is a map that was provided, and I'm going to let Amy say something about it too, explaining where the easements are, or the rights-of-way are for the Levy Jump Start program, and we just want some clarification to that. Everybody has a copy of it. Did you want to add something?
No, Ms. White had called me and Robert Birch earlier today and had some concern because the legislation did not show exactly where the right-of-way was. And so Mr. Birch provided a map, and it just shows where the acquisitions are going to be on there.
okay. We got a motion to amend the map.
Yes.
How about a second on that motion?
Second.
On the roll.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
About a motion to adopt as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
On the motion.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
R 2041, Mayor Smith.
Is that a typo? I'm showing 1941 on my agenda. Do you? Okay. All right, go ahead.
A resolution approving and certifying amounts of liens to be filed with the Pulaski County Tax Collector against certain real properties in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas as a result of grass cutting expenses and abatement of other nuisances.
And yes, that was.
Okay, how about a motion?
Move for adoption.
Second.
Call a public hearing. Anybody here to speak on the liens that we're trying to file against certain real property for grass cutting expenses and abatement of other nuisances? Seeing none, close the public hearing on the motion.
White,
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
R. O 2023. Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
An ordinance waiving formal bidding requirements for comprehensive loss and business interruption insurance for the Murray Hydroelectric Plant, authorizing the mayor to execute an insurance agreement. First reading.
Move to suspend the readings.
Second.
On the motion.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
How about a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
On the motion.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
On the emergency, White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
O 2024, Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
An ordinance authorizing the issuance of electric system refunding revenue bonds, authorizing a trust indenture securing the bonds, authorizing the placement of the bonds, prescribing other matters pertaining thereto. First reading.
Move to suspend the readings.
Second.
On the motion to suspend all readings.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson, Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
On the motion.
Wait, before we do that, somebody needs to do an amendment. There's a couple of blanks on this. On page 2, section 4, the percentage rate will be 1.95%. And on page 3, at the top of the page, the percentage rate is 1.55%. So somebody would move to amend.
I so move with the language stated by council. Second.
On the motion to amend.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
How about a motion to adopt as amended?
So move.
Second.
On the motion.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
On the emergency, White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
O 2025, Councilmember Baxter.
Please call it.
An ordinance reclassifying certain property located at 7123 Service Road in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas from C3 zoning classification to R2 zoning classification by amending ordinance number 7697, adopting an amended land use plan for the subject property. First reading.
Move to suspend all readings.
Second.
A motion to suspend all readings. On the motion.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
Mayor, at this time, I'd like to propose an amendment, changing this from R2 to R1.
What's the guy going to do there? I thought he was adding a second house.
Well, word I'm getting is he's putting in a two-car garage
Okay. Okay.
on the
that's right.
backside of that.
Great to me. All right, we got a motion to amend to R2 to R1.
Second.
And a second question?
Shane coming up to talk?
Yes, Sean.
The applicant's here if you wanted to ask more detailed questions.
Well, I mean, let's get it right on the front end. So yeah, if the applicant's here, let's ask him
Well,
to come.
he left.
He's already gone,
Oh, so he was all okay?
so he knows what we're doing?
Okay.
He's aware.
Well, good then.
Sean, come up here. Okay, we got a motion and a second to amend. Any discussion on the motion to amend? I can see if all this is correct, so I can give him an email back. It's on the view. Okay. Are y'all waiting on me?
So, yeah, well, just one question. So the applicant, he's good with going down to further downzone it?
He understands that that's probably the best. For
tonight?
For tonight.
He said he just wanted a two-car garage, but at some point in time in the future, he may want to make it into something else. So they offered him the chance to change this to an R1, and then if he wants to, he can come back to the council and we'll revisit to make it into an
That was a
R2.
very good description. Jane, thank you for
You're
that.
welcome.
All right, we got a motion. Where are we? I thought we were ready to vote. We've done it here and there.
Motion, second.
Yeah. Steve,
Did they vote on the amendment?
That's where we are.
we're voting
We
on
need
the
to vote
amendment. Yeah. Okay, on the amendment.
On the amendment, White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson? Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
Yes,
Move to adopt as amended.
You want to second that, Ron?
Second.
On the motion.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson? Yes. Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
yes,
On the emergency, White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson? Yes. Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
yes.
If y'all want to leave, feel free. The bonds are, it's approved. And have you given those papers? You got them? Everything's good? Thank y'all for being here to answer any questions. Appreciate it.
2026, Councilmember Harris.
Please call.
It's granting a waiver of sections 14.19 and 14.109 of the zoning ordinance to allow an electronic changeable copy sign on certain real property located at 4601 North Shore Drive in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas. First reading.
Move to suspend the readings.
Second.
On the motion to suspend all readings.
White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson. Baxter,
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes,
What's your pleasure?
Please call.
A motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Discussion, Ms. White.
I'd like to ask Sean Spencer to come up, please. Thank you. Will this sign be in one of our changeable copy sign districts that we have?
This is, let me look real quick.
Right there at North Shore and Crystal Hill.
Yeah, so it is in a district now. The issue is it's the height of it and then the size of it.
Right.
So the sign is allowed. It's just how big the total sign is and then the height of it.
Thank you.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Shannon,
Not to adopt.
have a motion to adopt. We have
Motion to adopt.
Ron.
Second.
Steve, second on the motion.
White,
No?
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson. Yes. Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
yes,
On the emergency, White,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson. Yes. Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn.
yes.
This concludes new business.
Thank you very much. Public comment, I've got, Joe, you want to speak again? Jimmy? All right, any council member have anything for good of the order tonight?
I'd like to say something on behalf of the Amboy Neighborhood Association and all their work that they did Saturday, cleaning up several streets around the Amboy area. And if y'all see all that pile of trash that was picked up, and I learned more about those little clinchers and everything that I care to know of. But good work, Kevin Miller and Randy Naylor and those kind of took the lead role in that. I really felt good, and the weather was perfect. So anyway, just want to say a good word about that.
I'm going to try sometime in the next 2 or 3 months. I've talked to the chief of police, the old chief of police. I'll talk to the new one. And I've casually talked to the judge about getting a little bit more strict on our littering rules and fines and enforcement. So I'm working on that. And The other comment I want to make about 3 and Amboy is the Amboy Food Pantry is just about shot. And I don't know that we can patch it anymore. And I've talked to several people out there, and I just told them, you know, let's go find another spot. So if y'all, as you're going around your wards, if you can help us find another spot for that food pantry, it would help them a lot.
How many square foot do we need, you know? I mean,
That'd be a question for them, but, you know, they've got most everything. They don't have a whole lot in the bay where the fire truck used
1,000
to
square
go.
foot, 1,500 square foot, something like that? I don't know.
Probably, yeah. So anyway, let's help them, because they help a lot of people. Okay, I think that's everything. How about a motion?
So moved.
You got a motion and a second?
Second.
To adjourn, on the roll.
Taylor? Robinson? Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
Yes.
That's yours. Don't forget that.